Good afternoon, quilt roadies. Well, I've been running around as usual here in the Beehive. I suddenly could not even think while I was here until I kind of cleaned up some piles. It's like I just kind of came in from the Quilters Affair and the Sisters Outdoor Quilt Show and just dumped everything out. And between that and all the cross stitch, I could not find a surface to work on. So I spent most of the morning trying to declutter and organize a bit, with some moderate success. But I did bring back the quilts that I had quilted by Sandy Lakowski in down in Bend. When I lived over in that area on the other side of the mountain, I would just drop my quilts off that I was not going to quilt at the quilt basket, and Sandy, who is an amazing quilter, would pick them up there, and then she'd take them home and quilt them and then bring them back to the quilt basket. So I had, as I shared with you previously, had taken them down when I went for a visit, letting her know, like I was down there for a retreat, letting her know that I would like to pick them up when I was down there again for a quilt show, and she pulled it off and got them all ready. So, you know, here's the trees, and I'm going to just tip the camera, hang on to your cookies there, and there is the hearts and the flower. So what that means is I have a lot of binding to do, and the blue heart that I did with the Jolly Bar, it's Jolly Bar Book 1 from the Fat Quarter Shop. That is a going away to college dorm quilt, so I have to get that done sooner than later, because I don't know about you, but I can't believe that we're like sliding right into August here pretty quick. I just don't even know how that happens. So, yeah, got a lot to do. I think this week I'm going to attach the binding and then be able to stitch it as I sit around and watch TV or something. But I was glad to get those all back, and this Christmas tree is just, her quilting is absolutely stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And in the future, when I'm tacking the binding down, I'll give you a closer look of that quilting. Yeah, so where did the time fly? I mean, I'm still trying to do some catch-up. I got an order from the Fat Quarter Shop. I am going to be trying my hand at this woven heart quilt pattern. It is, and I'm expecting the paper, it's like a paper pieced, you know me and paper piecing. But they are sending me the tablet for all the paper pieces that are required. And I got the pattern, downloaded a PDF. It's called the Woven Heart Quilt Pattern. And I just feel like, oh, this is definitely, it is helping breast cancer research foundation, and you can get this at the Fat Quarter Shop, but I thought, oh, that also can be a future graduation quilt and head off to college quilt. It's hard for me to believe that time, I mean, I can't even believe it's August, let alone that the littles in my life are leaving for college. I don't know how that happened. I just don't know how that happened. It just seems like in the blink of an eye, doesn't it? Am I the only, I can't be the only one feeling this way. Anywho, that came from the Fat Quarter Shop. I also received this brand new released from Andover Fabrics by Laundry Basket Quilts, Beach House, because, you know, anything that has to do with the ocean, the beach, the water, the sea, I'm about it. I have always lived, up until I fell in love, I have always lived near the ocean. Yeah. Once I fell in love and got married, 10 years into our marriage, we moved to Oregon and moved inland to high desert. So that was quite a transition for me. But I'd always wanted to live in snow country, so I absolutely loved that move. And this latest move here is like the perfect combination for me. I have the water close, like earlier this week, G and I decided we needed some beach time. It's an hour and a half from us. So we took the van and we headed on over and slept like babies, because there's nothing like ocean air and the sound of the waves, and you just rock me to sleep. Yeah, it is, it's just my happy place. But I do love, we have, Oregon is filled with water. I mean, there's about a lake or a river every 2 feet. And everything just grows here. It's so amazing to me. When I think about how hard it was to grow anything when I lived in Sisters, here it's like, gosh, you don't even have to think about it and it sprouts. So there's good and positive, and so with every choice you make, it's a journey, isn't it? And the same with quilting. And so I just fell in love with this line called Beach House, and it's called Beach House. I mean, I had to get it. What I am looking for, and I've been on the hunt, so if any of you are willing to part with a jelly roll, I am looking, and I've looked all over, and there's many by the same name, but not by the same producer. So I am looking for the Blue Escape by Andover. And it is an Editus Sitar, a line of fabric that was in 2022. That's why you can't find any more, because it was so beautiful. I'm looking for the jelly roll. So if you would like to sell me the jelly roll for less than it would take my grandkids to go to college, I would love to hear from you. So that's Blue Escape by Editus Sitar and Andover Fabrics, because I got this pattern. I absolutely love it. And I know I could probably use this Beach House fabric, but you see this is a jelly roll pattern. It would stitch up so fast if it was already in a jelly roll form. And how I missed this pattern, I have not a clue, because this screams me. Blue Escape Laundry Basket Quilts. Now there are many jelly rolls out there called Blue Escape, but this particular one is by Andover Fabric and designed by Editus Sitar. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh, It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I think I've told you before, when I was 7 months pregnant with my first child, who will be 45 this year, I met G up in the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area, because he had been in a sailboat race from Monterey Bay to San Francisco Bay with my mother. And then we just kept the boat up there for a week, and I drove up and we had a nice little vacay in the bay, and then they sailed it back and I drove back because I was 7 months pregnant. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. I just have a little bit more catching up to do. The winner of the tree pattern. It's so funny that I did this on Quilt Roadies instead of Stitch Roadies. I didn't even think about it because someone gave it to me at Quilters Affair. And so naturally it had to do with quilting. I don't know. But if you follow me on Stitch Roadies, you know that this was a long journey of stitching for me. And it was an absolutely satisfying, stunning accomplishment on my part, if I do say so myself. And so this is a giveaway. It's a beautiful pattern in perfect condition. And the winner is, and I will try to remember to have G put a flyer at the end, but if anybody knows her, please let her know, and hopefully she's watching. Deborah DeLong, at Deborah DeLong 1086. So Deborah, congratulations, you have won the La Foresta de Fanis pattern by Renato Perelin, and I know that this journey of stitching this will be amazing for you because it was truly amazing for me. Let me just take this moment to talk about YouTube. Okay, so when I do a giveaway, whether it be with a gift card from the Fat Quarter Shop or patterns or packets of fabric or whatever it is, I request that you be a subscriber of the channel and of the person or business who is giving that away, just as a way to say thank you and support on your part. It took me almost 15 tries of drawing a name, and I checked to see if you're a subscriber, and it took me 15 tries before I found the random picker picked a subscriber. Now, I know I saw many of those names that have been with me for years, and I cannot believe they aren't subscribers. In fact, I'm pretty sure they are, but according to YouTube, you are not a subscriber. Something is going on. I don't know what it is, but I would, and I had in the comments someone tell me that they realized they thought they'd been a subscriber forever and realized they weren't and hit the subscribe button. So please just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Just click it, whether you think you are or not. Just click it, and let's see if we can drop kick that whatever's going on with YouTube. Because I felt bad. I felt bad when I kept saying, oh, I said it had to be a subscriber, so I kept pressing the generator. Pick another winner. Pick another winner. It doesn't feel good to me. Yeah. So, Deborah, congratulations. Congratulations. I wanted to show you that I did do my July stitch on the Kathy Schmitz Spoonflower Stitch Along, which is such a nice break from having to think, because it's just really easy embroidery stitching. It's already printed on there. I put my SF 101 on the back so I can carry threads, because, you know, I'm a little bit lazy that way. And so now I'm ready for August. And it feels good to, at least in this case, stay on top of it. I also stayed on top of the block of the month that we're doing. Some of you are doing with me, and that is with Cream and Sugar. Yes, this is a wonderful book from the Fat Quarter Shop. And when we started this journey, I said, do it in any fabrics you want. I decided that I was going to do it in my Civil War 1800s fabrics. And so each month that you do a block, the cutting instructions are cutting 2 blocks. So each month you end up with 2 blocks. And so this month, out of my stash, I picked these colors. So that's a purple and a little blue and cream, so I ended up with 2 blocks. And thank you so much to all of you who pointed out that one of my blocks was in the early month, I had turned around. So I fixed it. So now they are all correct. They are all correct. But look at this. By the time we're done with this, I'm going to have enough blocks to put a quilt together. Very exciting. And there's something satisfying for me. You know, I mean, I remember one year for Christmas, it was either my birthday or Christmas, my sister gave me as a present a paper tablet that says the procrastinators list. I felt bad. I felt bad that I was thought of as a procrastinator. It was like, and so there's something really healing about this block of the month and this Kathy Schmidt thing, because no matter how chaotic life gets, I at least am keeping up this. I swear, I'm not a procrastinator. I'm a, personality that's excited about everything. I went to, I have a little bit of haul going in here, because when Cheryl from Stitching with the Sisterlies and I went to visit Lori McCleary, who has a floss tube called Textilist, she was running a retreat that quilt week up at her home, which is absolutely, has the most stunning view because it sits right on the canyon. You cannot go outside her backyard though and have vertigo. Let me just tell you, I'm not afraid of heights or have vertigo, but I know that some people might have a problem with that. So she relocated to the Sisters area from Washington, and so her quilt group in Washington comes down during Quilters Affair and has a little retreat, which is, girlfriends. That's all we love. And one of the gals was working on this quilt that was, the center was a panel. Now I could not find the fat quarter pack of the, because I'm behind the 8-ball, of the fabric line. But this fabric line is called Journey by Melanie Samra for Northcott. And so the center of the quilt was this panel that was just stunning. It's just stunning of the world. So I figure that I am going to just kind of make do. Yeah, make do. And eventually put that in the center of a quilt also. I think that would be really good for one of my grandsons. Yeah. And when I went, I was coming back from Acorns and Threads, which is my local L&S, my cross-stitch needlework shop. I stopped at Milen Fabrics, which is a big fabric store. They carry, it's like the old House of Fabrics. You know, they carry all kinds of fabrics. Fabrics for clothing, you know, wedding, quilting, any kind of fabric. And I stopped there because I wanted to get some, to see if they had the SF101, which is the Pellon fusible, interfacing fusible product in black, and they did. So I bought a yard of that, but as I was walking around, I found this fabric, and it was almost, it was only 1.25 yards on the bolt. It's just so sweet, this little hexy fabric. So I picked that up. And then I forgot to share with you when it arrived, I had ordered a kit. I'm making this for a friend of mine who, sunflowers have great meaning. Sunshine Skinny Pillow. And this is by the Woolen Willow, which if you ever want to, I mean, she's the one that does the word of the year pillows and the strawberries that I have all over my house, themed strawberries. So my July strawberries are all like 4th of July strawberries. But I just love this. Yeah. It's just so sweet, and it's just a skinny pillow, and everything, the kit is in there, and so I'm going to be making that. Well, in the process of cleaning, of trying to find the surface, which I still haven't quite found the surface yet, but in the process of trying to find a surface, I stopped and whipped the top up of this pillow. And that was that Sewing the Good Life. I put a border on it, and I'm going to make it into a pillow for fall display on my church bench that's in the entryway. So that was just one of those moments. I needed to clean stuff off of the cutting thing, and I said, well, I might as well just cut this up and sew it together, and then I can put the stuff away. Yeah, that's how it goes. I also forgot to share that my friend Sandy up in BC, when she came down to the Quilters Affair and stitched on Sit and Stitch on Friday, she brought a wonderful pot, bee pot, and this this magnet, this, you know, the expandable, not expendable, expandable magnet, but it also is, it lights up. See, so you can not only magnetically look for something, you can have a light to look for it. So thank you so much, Sandy, for that. I really appreciated it. Other than that, I have been, I watched an exceptional, I mean, it was really enjoyable on Netflix, and it was called, what was it called? Time After Time? I'm just trying to see if I can, sometimes I take a picture of something that I don't want to forget. No, that's a Cyndi Lauper song. Oh my gosh. Don't you just love this memory thing as you get older? Oh man. It's like, wow. I know I took a picture of it because I knew I was going to forget what it was called. I might have already deleted it. But it had Maggie Smith in it. And it was set in 1944. And you'll recognize a lot of the actors. And I should be, oh, let's see. I'm just going to look up Maggie Smith and see if I can find gosh, she was beautiful. She was just beautiful and such amazing actress. She's had so many movies, it'd probably take me forever to find it all. But oh, From Time to Time. From Time to Time was the name of the movie. And I mean, it was moving, and I mean, it tapped every emotion. It really tapped every emotion. So I would recommend that. I would recommend that. I've not got much reading done because July just been kind of a whirlwind. But I have high hopes. I keep having to renew books and recheck them out. I have lots of binding to do, lots of binding to do. So I hope you also are enjoying this time of the year, if it's warm where you are. I hope you're enjoying it. If it's not, I hope you're getting a lot of sewing time in. I'm getting a lot of gardening time in for sure. And the weather today has been lovely, absolutely lovely. We ate lunch outside. The temperature was just perfection. And no smoke where we are, which is nice. We are blessed that way. Other than that, you all take care, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. Just hit that subscribe button just to see what happens. You take care. Talk to you later. Love you guys.